Hello, friends. Today's daily devotional is about why do we prefer lack? So, last night I went for the first time to see a young spiritual teacher named Bettino at the Integral Center here in Boulder, and I was very fascinated by a lot of things that he said. But one of the things that he said was that we have been preferring lack, right? And if the truth is that we are the masterful creators of our reality, that we are the God and we are the fullness, and we are creating every single thing that we experience, which is exactly in alignment with the Life Lift teachings that I share, then why is it that we are creating and choosing lack? Now, whether you experience this lack as lack of financial resources or lack of love in your life or lack of health or whatever the lack may be, why is it that we are choosing that lack? And in the life lift work that I do, I help people to understand that at a very young age, pain and love gets tied together. This idea of love, right, which makes us feel safe, which makes us feel like we are more apt to survive in our household, and we have everything that we need to be taken care of. And that in order to have that feeling, we have to have pain to go with it. That has to be there. And so the biggest pain that we can experience, pain is a symptom of a perception of separation, of being separate. So if I am separate from all that is, if I am separate from nourishing source, then that is the lack. You see, there's the lack. So we actually tie our survival or tie our feeling of love to that lack. And so we're actually addicted to it. We're addicted to our pain. We're addicted to preferring lack, right? It seems safer. We have to be less responsible for who we are, and we get to put more energy into those pesky resistance strategies to resist our pain and to get those payoffs like safety, like control, like hope, that we're all so addicted to. So I realized this morning for me that if I trace my preference of lack, which shows up most often for me in my financial arena, that it went right back down to a pain that I had with my parents. My parents were divorced very when I was 2, and I felt very connected with my mom and not so connected with my dad. My dad had money, my mom didn't. So this idea of wanting to stay and feel connected with my mom, I took on that feeling or that belief or her stress around not having money, right? And so this morning in my practice, I very powerfully embraced those feelings that of when I was a child of maybe not feeling so connected to my mom, and I allowed that to be fully felt and heard, and then it just simply melted away from me. And as it melted away from me and I connected to the absolute true essence of being that I am, that you are, that we all are, I felt empowered to choose wealth, to choose abundance, right? I choose abundance. I choose wealth. And feeling that amazing, liberated feeling coming through me that doesn't need anything outside of itself to know that I am creating that in my reality. So I invite you today to reflect on how are you preferring lack in your life? How is that seemingly the unconscious safer choice? And what would it be like today to choose wealth, to choose abundance, abundance of love, abundance of resources, abundance of time, abundance of money? And what difference would that make for how you're living your day today if you're living from I choose, that thought, I choose abundance, instead of the subconscious thought that runs in most of us, that negative self-talk that says, I don't have enough, I don't have enough, I don't have enough, I have to grasp and get more. So I would love to hear in the comments if this has made a difference for you, or if you can relate to it in any way, or if you can add anything to this experience. Much love.